Leaving, staying, belonging. Top of 2023, I was planning to embark on a journey I was scared as hell to walk. Packing up my life, reflecting on how far God had taken me, I was packing up the apartment I shared with a man I loved. The man I would have married if God didn't intervene 6 months prior to that when he walked out. As I was packing up boxes and finding pieces of old love, I couldn't believe what God had done for me because I was obedient. I stayed in the apartment that was meant for two and healed for one. In that healing process, God brought me an opportunity of a lifetime. Leave New York and take a management position with one of the largest Broadway touring companies. It was exciting and it was really scary. I was 37 and the last time I left home was for college. The longest I had ever been away from my family was possibly 3 months. Because of my deep attachment to home, I promised everyone I would be back and be back soon to visit. Little did I know God had other plans for me. Saying goodbye was so hard. It might have been one of the hardest things I ever done, but I knew in my heart God said bigger. First week on the road, I went to LA to decompress before this big journey. Within a week, my account was wiped out from fraud. I only had the cash I had in my pocket to get me to my next gig. If it wasn't for friends that wrapped me with financial blessings, I don't know how I would have made it. I was in sunny LA, my favorite place on earth, so I tapped in. I enjoyed every minute, even in struggle. It was time to get on the road to Makeup Design, my first show predicted to head to Broadway. I had to be strong, or so I thought. Heading to La Jolla, San Diego, I didn't know what awaited me. The people, the experiences, the love, the fight. Living in hotels wasn't going to come easy. I learned my likes and dislikes and how to make home wherever I am. Weekly therapy appointments in between losing connections with friends and family, hard conversations at work, and the endless tears I prayed wasn't an indicator of the life I chose. It ended up being boot camp for the year ahead. Opening night was a success, and I walked away with a makeup design I could be proud of for the rest of my life. Now it was time to touch down in Miami to join my touring crew. I was so open to this new world, but overwhelmed with feelings of isolation and wanting to belong. Those first few months are a blur. So much information to learn and so much adjusting, I wanted to run home. I asked myself every day if I made the right decision, but I also felt so called to do this work. Strange feeling, right? My world changed. I started getting the motions of my new job. I had a moment where I was taking on outside tasks and jobs because I was still in the New York hustle mode. It wasn't until my mentor Joe told me to snap out of the hustle. I didn't need to do that anymore. This was my opportunity to learn who I was and what I wanted out of my life, so I did just that. I got intentional. 16 cities later, I have embarked on this journey of individualism I never knew I could tap into. As my spirit and my mind evolved, my approach to life evolved. There was an evolution in my style, my walk, my tone. I learned new things like sacred womb healing, alchemy, a deeper understanding of who God is and who He is to me, a profound sense of self. I lost loved ones on the road and couldn't get home. I had sick family members I couldn't get to, but I had more experiences that show me the true meaning of life. I turned life into my own scavenger hunt, finding Black creatives in each city, learning about the land and the culture, making friends that have become family, experiences I only imagined in my dreams. I lived in places that were only on vision boards. 2023 brought me life, endurance, and tenacity. My ability to pivot past times in my life helped me adjust to living out of a suitcase. This year was the most beautiful roller coaster of my life. Living in different cities, loving my new gig, speaking at schools nationally, celebrating birthdays on the road, meeting beautiful Black men who would show me the love I had inside of me, meeting Black women who would save me over and over again, and meeting people who are not of color that are allies in the fight. Becoming a professor and becoming the makeup designer for my first Broadway musical promised me that you are going to go live and be intentional about living. Promise me that you will continue to live out God's purpose for you. Don't give up on you, babes. I got it. You got it. You been had it. Love and light. Tashana.
Get up off of that thing and then so you feel better. Get up off of that thing. Get up. Get up. Get up off of that thing. It looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so hot.